is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. As the Bahamas get set to host some of the biggest beach soccer matches, our team here at ZNS will provide you with a series on every kick the rake and scrape boys make. In this first report, our Kelsey Johnson takes a look back at how the 242 won the rights to host both the CONCACAF Championships and the World Cup.
You can call it a hat trick that came off some fantastic dribbling. However you describe it, scream goal, goal, goal for the Bahamas. Winning the bid to host the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup has catapulted the country not only on the regional level, but has made the chain of Bahama Islands the talk of the world. The historic feat was done in 2014 at the FIFA Executive Committee meeting in Morocco. It was President of the Bahamas Football Association, Anton Seeley, who had successfully netted the right to host the major senior tournament played under FIFA's umbrella. He was fierce but firm in his presentation and, in the end, successful against some of the big giants who had also entered the race.
Well, obviously it was a euphoric moment for the Federation. It was a tense time. Obviously we were up against some formidable competition, namely the U.S. and Mexico. And so to be chosen out of the field that we were a part of was obviously something very special and something that we in the Federation are extremely proud of and something we'll remember for a long time, and hopefully all Bahamians.
The news not only rocked the world, but Bahamian executives and players were all feeling the excitement. The entire association was ready to kick it up a notch and welcome all to paradise. And who doesn't want to play in the sands in the 242?
Yeah, when we were in the executive meeting, and President Seeley came in and told us that he had some good news for us, and told us that the Bahamas had won the bid to host the Beach Soccer World Cup, which was phenomenal. In the board meeting, it was just, everybody was so excited. When we told the players, the excitement was just, it was ecstatic. Everyone was so excited and happy that we actually had won something that was going to be, tremendous to the country and to the players.
This is the ultimate. This is the FIFA World Cup. It really doesn't get any bigger than this from a footballing standpoint. Yes, the Grass World Cup is larger in terms of spectator viewership, but at the end of the day, this is a FIFA World Cup with all the rights and privileges that goes along with a FIFA World Cup.
The FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup is one of the biggest international competitions in the world. It was established in 1995, some 22 years ago, and was played under the Beach Soccer Worldwide banner. The sport, which has grown tremendously, was rebranded in 2005 by the global governing body, who had also decided to play the tournament outside of Brazil, the original host. The Bahamas is just the fourth country in the world to host the biennial games, and the first in the Caribbean, making it an historical feat.
I think one of the major factors that contributed to us winning the bid was the development of the sport in the Bahamas over the years, and the participation of our teams within CONCACAF and within FIFA, and doing quite well. And of course we had natural facilities here. We already had a smaller stadium than we have here right now, and the game was being played within the CONCACAF region. And most people in the CONCACAF region consider the Bahamas sort of the leader in beach soccer. So I think that lent a great part in us winning the bid.
When a major World Cup is about to be staged in your backyard, it makes it a little easier for you to win the regional qualifier as well. That announcement came late last year that the Bahamas will be the host of the CONCACAF Beach qualifiers. So 2 major tournaments will be played right here in a matter of days. Our first will be the Caribbean, and then the Bahamas welcomes the world. Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
The Government Secondary School Track and Field Championships, all history now. The senior schools closing things out today, and the C.R. Walker Knights repeated as champions with 625.5 points. That was 38 points better than C.I. Gibson, who finished up in second.
We prepared ourselves well, we worked hard, we came through on the second day. We were leading by only a small margin, so we wanted to come through and keep pushing forward this time, and we did it.
Officials from the IAAF in town doing inspections at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. The third edition of the World Relays are just over 2 months away.
The practices and the guidelines that we have put in place since 2014 and then developed through 2015 and through 2017 have been taken on board almost entirely now by the local organizing committee, and we have to say we're really pleased with what we have seen so far. So we're confident it will be a very, very well organized event in April, and we really look forward to that. The introduction of the relay teams is very much a child of what we develop here for the very first time. This will continue. We had a big event presentation team and TV crew here during these visits. They held discussions with your people here in charge of event presentation, and I think they're looking at taking that innovation even a step further.
A memorial service for the late Roosevelt Thompson held last night at the New Covenant Baptist Church. Known as Mr. Stoddard in the track and field world, Rosie's colleagues from the Bahamas Association of Certified Officials were out. They were joined by members of the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas who were there to support Rosie's wife Helen, who's a co-worker and friend. Among those speaking on behalf of the sports community was President of the Bahamas Olympic Committee Wellington Miller and B3A's President Rosamond Carey.
Roosevelt was a good communicator in supporting the athletes. You can see it when he's on the field. You can see it when he's traveling with the athletes over in India. Things were not the best. But when Roosevelt finished speaking to all the athletes, when I went to the village, everybody had a change of attitude.
At the recent B3A's elections, Rosie was elected as a council member, and that was a position that he didn't take lightly. And he would call me on numerous occasions and say, Madam President, put me to work. I was elected to work, and I'm ready to serve. And it didn't matter what position or where you put him, Rosie was always ready to assist.
Roosevelt Thompson's funeral will take place 11 a.m. tomorrow at the New Covenant Baptist Church. And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned to check on weather still to come.